Why now? Why do I have to be scared every time I get off the bus from school and walk 2 houses down to open the garage to my house that something terrible will happen to me? Why have older men literally followed and confronted me in my own neighborhood while I was just trying to dog sit? Why do I have to be on the phone with somebody walking to the bus stop in the morning? Why do I have to ask my parents every night if they're going to be there in case I need to run back to the house? Why was my 14-year-old girl neighbor involved with police relating to a potential kidnapping, which ended up to be thrown out in court? Abuse can happen anywhere, with anyone at any time. Multi-million-dollar businesses whose sole purpose is to use young children for their bodies are perverts, and they need to pay for the consequences. These adolescents are drugged, brainwashed, and threatened by their pimps who force them to scout out younger children who are naive. I believe they have the right to have their voice and story heard, whether it is in a trial or some form of record, so that the true criminals can pay for the pain that they caused so many children who were stolen of their childhood. But despite all the facts, the victims still end up in prison for drug possession or being named a runaway from an abusive household. They do not get to express their story about physical and sexual abuse. These children are hurt, and they are breaking down. They need somebody who will love them, and somebody who will care for them. They need somebody who will listen to their heartbreaking stories, and someone who will explain that through time, healing can be accomplished. America is known for the brave and free, but these young girls and even boys who get abused and victimized each second have no idea what the reality in the society truly is. They are known to a world full of hatred where every older man they meet in their life ends up making them a prisoner or a slave. The only way in their mind to cope through this lifestyle is the compelling drugs that are used commonly and made normal to them. The only way to get through these days is the numbness of the pain, allowing them to feel washed away from the life that they are living. This is not the land of the free. This is the land where young girls as myself fear they will never truly see their family again. It was the day after I got my wisdom teeth out. All I had to do was walk one cul-de-sac down to take my neighbor's sweet dog. An old, broken-down, gray car came down the hill around 30 miles per hour, but after seeing me alone in the street, the vehicle came to a complete stop, and I got worried. I started to walk out back towards my house, but the car made a U-turn and drove right up in front of the clubhouse. After staying there for about 20 seconds, it came back down and headed straight towards me. The older man, around his 40s, with an uneven beard, rolled down his window. He started talking to me, and that's when I ran to my neighbor's house. My heart was pounding so hard that I did not even hear what the man was saying. My neighbor saved me that day. She asked me what he needed, and he replied that he was going to deliver pizza in the cul-de-sac of a dog that I was watching. The man then proceeds to enter the cul-de-sac, turn around, and leave the neighborhood in a hurry without stopping at any houses to deliver pizza. I know that I've been in a panic and had way too much anxiety over being alone outside of my house. I've not even had any true experiences, and I work myself up when I'm alone. This is what society has become, a place where young girls fear that rape can happen to them anytime, and sadly this has been the truth in so many stories on the news. So yes, we will never get to a place in the world where there will be no rapists who want to scheme and break laws. But I hope in the next generation that will have little less of a risk of having these awful experiences happen to them. I believe and I hope for this change of the future.